Hello and welcome to Baller's World. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the effect Victor Wembanyama will have on the sports cards market. Victor Wembanyama is the highest rated prospect in basketball history, and the game has never seen anybody like him. He stands 7 feet 4 inches tall, yet he moves like a guard, and he can dribble the ball and shoot the ball just as good as anybody else out there. He also has no problem keeping up with the high pace of today's style of play in the game of basketball. He's obviously great for the game of basketball, but will he be equally as great for the sports card market? Let's dive into some pros and cons. A huge pro Wemby will have on the sports card market is that he'll bring in a lot of new buyers and investors. These new people will be pouring tons of money in to Wemby cards, and we're talking tens and tens of millions of dollars. A lot of money will be poured into Wemby cards. Another pro of Wemby on the basketball card market is that even though he's the biggest prospect in NBA history, not everyone will be on board with him. And once those people see the extremely expensive prices of his cards, they might start looking elsewhere for value in other players. Now let's get into some cons. I think the biggest con Wemby will have on the basketball card market is that it'll cause a lot of inflation, or he'll cause a lot of inflation, because there'll be tons and tons and tons of new money being poured in his cards. And even though that is a pro, it could also be a con because of the inflation that it'll cause. The basketball card market is no stranger to inflation, as we've seen recently with the COVID bubble. Everyone knows what happened there. At first, it was great. Everybody was making crazy money, but then we saw it all come crashing down. Another con that Wemby could potentially have on the basketball card market is that a lot of other young stars and players will likely get forgotten about because of Wemby. Everyone's going to be focusing on him, and a lot of other good young players and some lesser known stars may have their values go down a little bit due to Wemby. Now let's get into some price projections. Wemby's Bowman Chrome University card just came out recently, and the first going auctions are absolutely nuts. Just the base cards alone are going for $300 to $400 so far. Obviously, this won't hold as more boxes get open and more cards are out there on eBay in the market. But still, just to see this for a Bowman Chrome University base card shows that the market has never seen anybody like him before. Now let's look at Luka Doncic, who has a base prism of about $80 to $100, PSA 10 about $250. I project Wemby's base prism to be between $400 and $500 when it comes out, and then maybe stabilize at around $350 to $400. Again, it could be way more than this. I could be wrong, but there's no doubt Wemby's base prism will be more than a Luka Doncic base prism PSA 10. And Doncic is one of the best young players in NBA history. He's one of only two players in NBA history to average 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists in a season, alongside Michael Jordan, which he did so just this past season. So to see that Wemby's card, his Bowman Chrome card is already going for more than Luka Doncic base prism PSA 10. Now let's get into his comparison with Tim Duncan. Duncan is the greatest Spur of all time and a top 10 basketball player in NBA history. And we'll see his Topps base PSA 10 at about $70 and his Topps Chrome base PSA 10 at about $350. Wemby's Hoops base raw will be going around $60 to $70 when it comes out, maybe even more, which is already going to be more than the Tim Duncan Topps base PSA 10. And then obviously his Prism raw will also be going around more than Tim Duncan's Topps Chrome base PSA 10. So it clearly shows that people are really expecting Wembanyama to be one of, if not the very best basketball player to ever live. Another very important factor I wanted to talk about when it comes to the effect Wemby will have on the sports card market is the injury factor. Players with builds like Wemby historically have been known to get many injuries and be very injury prone. We've seen the likes of Anthony Davis, Chet Holmgren, Yao Ming, and Bol Bol all go down for extended periods of time with some serious leg and foot injuries, even ending the career of Yao Ming. Right off the bat, Wemby will have a big target on his back. No one is going to want to back down to him, and a lot of the league's big men are going to play extra physical with him. You got the MVP bigs in Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, the defensive bigs and Rudy Gobert and Steven Adams. Then you have the young, up-and-coming and strong centers like Evan Mobley, Jalen Duren, and Walker Kessler. All of these guys are going to play very physical with Wemby and want to make a name for themselves. This could definitely cause Wemby to take a lot of bumps and bruises. So in the end, I personally think Wembanyama is great for the sports card market, but maybe not so great for the other markets of other players. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos like this to come.